Hi Akash, how are you doing?
All great, Andrés. Let me just open my video. Yeah. Hi.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, same here.
So, I don't know if you read the information that I shared with you. At this moment, we are planning to make a prototype. We are searching a team of co-founders. We want to connect people and organization by compatibility in goals and problems to solve. I want to encourage you at this moment. We are using artificial intelligence in the video meetings. We are using particularly Tactiq, a company from Australia. And for example, what we want to do has one of way of create inputs. I have been testing that in a specific conversations, you can artificial intelligence can infer the goals and the problems of the conversation. It is not so accurate, but it is good. So the point is that, for example, when we finish this meeting, we will receive a suggestion about the potential goals and problems, and we want to make a partnership with Tactic in order to create a new product, the social network Minnzer, based on the information that we create in the conversation. We also want to use it in more platforms because at this moment Tactic is a Chrome extension, and we want to use it in Twitter Spaces, or you can use it in a specific conversation. You can upload a transcription, and we are planning to make it more accessible to more people and organizations. The point is that, for example, when we finish this conversation, the journey map that I have been planning is that we will receive a suggestion. For example, Akash and Andrés have a suggestion of these goals, and we can select if we are connected about it. We can select if we can make it private or if we can make it public, and we want to propose what can we do with that specific goals. For example, we can start to receive more people who match the same goals, because, for example, if you start to have a database of goals or problems or purposes or mission or visions, you can start receive recommendation. Or if someone explores, for example, our profile in the social network, more people can connect, for example, the goals or problem between Andres and Akash, or my specific problems and goals that I'm interested to work. And at the point is that we want to create this tool. I think that a very deep way to connect people and organization is by compatibility in goals and problems. And also we want to create a management systems. For example, we have a goals management system with particularly with OKRs, objective and key resources, and also with, for example, how might we is another methodology for problem management, or there are different ways. But we want to make the social feature. We want to create the social feature because it could be a good way to connect people. So what do you think about it? Do you have any question?
Yeah, it's a great thought, and the problem which we are trying to solve is actually needed because what I feel is like empathy is really required in the internal communication, as well as the things what you have mentioned, right, regarding the OKRs and all. That is really important, and if it's with the help of AI, definitely. But I need some more time to understand about the product so that I can give you an unbiased view on that. Yeah, moving further, do you have any presentations or any videos? Because I have seen your pitch deck in the YouTube channel, the YouTube video. And can you please elaborate few things upon that? Because I'm a product management guy, so I'm more eager towards what exactly the pain points what we are trying to solve, right? And if we are trying to solve the exact pain points, I do have experience in business strategy. I can also tell few things which we can try to implement on that. And when it comes to OKRs, there is also few, if we, personal suggestion, if we could get some system for even the KPIs, the key performance indicators, even after the meets and the goal of the meet, that actually a great one, right? Just a view, Andres.
Yes, great. So at this moment, we are trying to make the prototype. So we haven't built the prototype. I have been making the user research. I have been researching about the validating features. We need to define the scope of the MVP. I have been talking with different people in order to make the team. After this, we want to hire resources through a pre-seed round. That's what we are trying to do at this moment. So I think that it could be a good starting point if we use, for example, Tactiq has a has a product that we can create a new product, because I already validated in a different conversation. After this conversation, I'm going to share you the suggestion of goals and problems that we are talking. And the point is that it will be only text inside the platform of Tactic. If we create an extension, when we finish our conversation with different people, or when we upload our conversation in a presential way, we can make a journey about it. So that's like the scope. And the pain problems, the main problem is that we want to connect people and organization by goals and problems. I have been, for example, validated that for a person, it's a little bit complex to write a problem or a goal. The goal setting and problem setting is difficult, but the artificial intelligence is making it, and I think that we can improve it. And when we make it, imagine that you start to receive recommendation of people and organizations who can match with you because you have common goals and problems. That's what I think, that's the main problem, because you and me are connected, but I don't know how many problems are you interested in solve. And for example, in the user research, I have been validated that when that the outputs with a problem, you can find someone who have the same problem, someone who is interested in the same problem, or who are interested in the same problem, and someone who can help you to solve the problem. With a problem, you can, for the moment, I have been validating 3 approaches in this case. And for example, another feature that I have been validating is that sometimes the people don't want to make the problems public, for example, personal problems, but you can receive an anonymous recommendation if you have the data. So, and you can start an anonymous chat prior to make a connection. That's another important feature. But the point is that constantly humans, we have a lot of conversation, business conversation, friendship conversation, and we are not using this data to connect with more people. And the point is that if we upload or some of our conversation, not all of our conversation, we can use it to match with another people. And that's something that we want to create. And in this case, I have been validating, for example, I am talking with you, we are having a conversation, for example, about a business match or a co-founder match. We can, if we use the data of the conversation of more people, we can start receive recommendation of the people. Or if we have our public profiles, for example, when you are a public person, sometimes, for example, the politicians, they define goals in their plans for the people who vote, and later they sometimes public people needs to be coherent with the public goals that they are trying to define for the society. For example, that's something important that we can try to create. But the point is that the main problem is that we want to connect people and organization by compatibility in goals and problems. That's something important. I don't know if it is clear for you.
Yeah. It's clear for me. So I have another question. What medium are we trying to do? Like, is it going to be an API integration? Is it going to be a whole web app, or it's going to be a mobile app? Since we are going to do some kind of sort of suggestion, right? Based on the previous conversations, what has been done, and based on the same goal, set of people aligning them together.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
We want to create a web app and a mobile app. We're trying to make it, and we need to make an API, for example, this case with Tactiq. What I want to propose you is that most of our conversation are in Spanish. I have the co-founders of Tactiq in my LinkedIn network and two more persons of Tactiq. I have been talking with some people of Argentina. I am in Colombia at this moment. We were talking that last week we were planning to make a proposal for them and create a group with them. And I have been trying to make a video meeting with them. The point is that we can try to propose them the partnership with Tactic. There are more companies than Tactic, but I think that Tactic, I am using Tactic, and I think that Tactic is a good company to start with. For example, I have been also using Fireflies. I don't know if the Fireflies is your account or my account, but
Yeah.
your account?
No, it's not mine.
Okay.
I thought it's yours.
Okay, okay. So I have been also, I created an account in Fireflies, but I am not paying the version because they have a very restrictive license. You need to pay per hour of conversation, and I think that it is not a good model. But the point is that conversation is one of the inputs. The point is that it can be easily for people when you use the data of your conversation because you don't need to type anything. When you need to type, it makes you waste time. So I think that a good discover that I did was when I started to use Tactic. I have been using Tactic approximately 2 or 3 months. I don't remember exactly, but I think that it is a good way to use the data that we can create with natural processing languages technologies. But it is not the only way.
Got it, Andres. So now I got a broader view of the product. And yeah. So, yes, Andres. So another question: how can I help you regarding this? Right.
So at this moment, as I shared you, we are doing the user research. We are making the team to make a prototype. What I want to invite you is that we have some groups. I want to invite you. I want to make a proposal with Tactic. We can talk with them. We are during this phase. We want to make a prototype, and I haven't seen your specific skills, but we need to make a prototype. I don't know if you know about, I don't know, using Figma or design or programming. We need to make a prototype at this moment. That's our current stage.
Sure. I'll just tell my previous expertise, what I've worked on, so that you'll get a broader view. So I have been associated with a US-based startup as a product manager for building an AML product for Middle East and North Africa region for a credit risk assessment product. So what we do is like, for example, if Andrews is having something that is, he's having a very only for traditional credit history, they only use your credit scores, right? The credit card bills, the transaction bills, and so on. But there are many problems to that. The problems might be like, we can fabricate those transaction history, the inflow and outflow, and we can avail the loan, but there's not assurance that I might repay you. So that was the greatest problem. And based on those problems, there were many effects on that. Like, for example, the bank's NP score was increasing, the non-performing exposure, and that kind of thing. So we came up with a product of API which uses very simple. Based on Andrew's name, date of birth, age, and organization, we have a set of data aggregators who will enrich the data. After enriching the data, it will pass through our specialized AI/ML. So this whole product works with the API part. So for this product, I have handled end-to-end product management, everything. So this is a small introduction about myself and my skills. And when it comes to Figma, yes, I can do basic Figma functionalities and all. And when it comes to product documentation, starting from MVP till DRD till requirement documentation, I can do it.
Right, and are you able to receive sweat equity? Because I don't have budget at this time. We need to make a team and we need to apply for potential investors.
Okay. So I don't have I can refer you a digital marketer. I know few digital marketer who have expertise in front end and design and product. I think and so we like what does our team wants in total? So can you just tell in brief?
Yeah, but great. If you have more people, it could be awesome because we are also able to make crowdsourcing according to the time of the people. I have been validating a model to make products with crowdsourcing with a small contribution of knowledge of different people. But my question is that we don't have budget at this time to pay a team. We are searching for co-founders. Each one of us must invest our time. We make the prototype, we validate the prototype, and we search for potential investor in order to focus. Sometimes my question was related if you are able to invest your time and how many time if you are interested in that way.
So for initial days, I can invest about 1 to 2 hours a day. So we can have a sync up calls and all. I can invest about 1 to 2 hours because I'm working in one of the organization and I'm consulting one of the startup there. So mostly I can invest about 1 to 2 hours of time every day. So it will come up to about 8 hours a week.
Great.
For working time.
Yeah. That will be great. In fact, when we match with people by problems and goals, then if you read the pitch deck, the pitch deck of Minnzer was created in 2021. After that, I have been validating more features, but those features was based mainly for entrepreneurship matching and management because we have many challenges in that way. And if you are able to invest that time, let's do it. And I think that I am going to create a group because LinkedIn blocked last groups. I want to introduce you with the people. I want to share this conversation with the people who is interested in order to validate them. And I want to validate it with Tactiq conversation because I have been talking in Spanish. And probably if they read this conversation, they can understand more the idea and how we can integrate it with them and we can make a partnership. I think that they, for example, they already hired $2 million approximately in their round. Maybe we can make something with them. We need to validate this path. I think that
sure.
Right?
Yeah. So you can share the required documents which I can work and contribute towards that. So I will start with that. So yeah.
Great. I already shared you the links in Google Drive. In the text, I shared the
okay, the LinkedIn ones, right? The LinkedIn messages what you have shared.
Yes, right? In the message, I shared the links of each, or if you need to present it again, no problem. You need to.
Sure. Andrew, I'll just go in deep on that. I will just go through those set of documents. Okay. I'll provide my views on that. And we will try to make our pitch deck more precise, more comprehensive, and we'll try to give a better shape for that.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, Akash. Nice to meet you.
Same here, Andrews. Yes. So, Andrews, you're based out of Spain.
I am in Colombia, South America.
Okay, great.
Spain is in Europe.
Okay, so great. So,
where are you located? In India, right?
Yes, I'm located in India, but I work for most of the US clients.
Great. Yeah, I was seeing that you are working with a company from South Carolina, something like this.
manage and lead.
And are you planning to migrate to United States?
Not now, because I have my parents, family, and all together with me. It's 11:30. So I want to spend few years of time with them. So after that, I might plan to move to US, or mostly I might plan to move towards I think Australia. I have two options in my mind.
Great, great. Where is your city? Bengaluru?
Yeah. Bangalore is a Silicon City of India. So you can find lots of startups there.
Great. Okay, Akash. I don't know if you have any other question or idea, hypothesis.
No, Andrews. I just need to go through in detail with the documentations and all the sources which you have provided. So, I'll just go through that. Okay. Then we'll just work together and just rock it.
Cool.
So the one thing what interests me is the problem what you're solving, and I feel like that has a good potential. But before we just approach to the market, what I feel is like we need to do some more insights, more precise understanding about what is the exact problem, and also with the pitch deck, because pitch deck will be a little bit important for us when we are going to approach to the clients. So I'm again. Let me just go through the documents. So no questions from my side till now.
Okay, but I want in this conversation, I want to explain it because most people will see this video later. But I don't know if it is not clear that the problem is that people and organization we are not receiving recommendation based on our compatibility in goals and problems and purposes. I don't know if we can manage, we have technologies to manage problems and goals. And I have been connected with some organizations who are working in that problem. But the point is that we are not receiving recommendation about it. And in fact, we don't have a social network with our profiles based on our goals and problems that people can see about it, what kind of problems we are solving or we are interested, or what kind of goals. For example, in fact, the sustainable development goals. If we are interested in a specific goal, what are we doing about it? If you go deep about the problems and goals, you can use it to match for inventors, to match researchers, to match entrepreneurs, to match activists. When you match about it, you can use it for different uses. The point is that we are not receiving a recommendation about it. And I think that we must go deep in that way. I have seen that you worked as a patent engineer in Epiphany. Do you know about patents?
Yes. I have worked. I got an offer letter from my college itself. I got about 4 to 5 offer letters regarding that. So I chose to experiment my skills in patent engineering. So I was a drafter there. So I used to draft mechanical components and all. And I have a basic knowledge about patents and how does it work in Indian laws and all.
Okay. Because I have been, in my case, I already did a draft of 2 patents of data system and method, which means software or business method patents. And I think that it is something important to go deep about patents. In fact, I have been connected with some people from India who are working in patents, particularly patent agents. And I was curious about it. Another thing that I am curious about, if you are connected with Nicolas Winchester and Lawrence Dos Ramos and Farhad Alexandro Mohammad, they are common connection with us.
Client call set within next 2 minutes.
Okay.
So sorry for apologies for
no problem.
It's a great conversation. So I'll just drop the call for now. I'll just go through all the things. We will experiment all the things, and I'm really interested to work with you.
Great.
So great opportunity. And
Okay.
we'll figure it out. How can we do it?
Okay, nice to meet you, Akash.
Thank
Have
you,
a good day.
Andrés.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Sure.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.